Smelling food.
Your shirt is ruffled. I cannot see Whitney's eyes. She looked like she might be left-eyed with a laziness in it. A laziness in her. I'm just playing. No, really, your shirt is a little.
Oh no.
So you're just gonna keep doing it like that? We want to see Whitney's goals in her mouth.
Well, you can't see it because it's down here where it goes.
We can still see it. I can still see the whole shirt. It just got her face looking deformed and stuff. Never mind, Whitney. I tried to help you out, girl, but
I can't straighten it out.
you can straighten it out. It's straight now. I said, my bad, Whitney, girl. I tried to make sure your face was straight. He just want to have you ruffled up because he don't want nobody to steal his shirt. That's what it is.
No, it was just uncomfortable.
I was just playing.
And somebody try to steal my shirt, steal their life.
Oh. I didn't know it was that deep over her shirt.
Definitely.
He's feeling real DMX-ish with these Timbs on.
It's cold outside.
It's all black on, pretty much besides the blue jeans. Remember I told y'all in the episode before where a young man up top, old man at the bottom?
How's the old man with jeans?
He got on Bugle Boy.
Actually, I don't. They're Levi's.
I'm just playing. You know, I know they Levi's. I paid for them. I know what they are. It just was a joke.
Bugle Boys anymore?
I don't think so.
Oh, jeans you guys on. Bugle Boys.
I don't think they do. That's a good question.
Sure, still make Wranglers.
They definitely still make Wranglers. Don't Levi's make Wranglers?
No.
I mean, I said that backwards. That came out complete. I'm going to sound stupid. Now, if I clip this, I'm going to sound stupid. I meant to say, don't Levi's sell jeans similar to Wranglers. Like the old, like they real tough, like farm style jeans. Ain't that what Wranglers is? Wranglers is like farm style jeans, right?
Cowboy jeans.
Thank you, cowboy jeans. And Levi's sell cowboy jeans, right?
I guess. I don't know. I don't buy cowboy jeans. Not a cowboy.
Well, yeah. If you buy cowboy jeans, tell me, where do you buy your cowboy jeans from? Do you get them from Wrangler, Levi, some other denim market? Tell me where you get cowboy jeans from. I might want to get a pair. Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
Everybody want to be a cowboy. But when I was 13 and I wanted to be a cowboy, I got clowned.
I'm a rhinestone cow. Okay, I guess I should start the show, huh? Welcome to With Your Old Ass Podcast. My young old ass, my co-host here, brings you life discussions, topic of discussions, and difference of opinions. And we checking in on mental health and the well-being of our guests when they're here. So if you allow my young old ass and my co-host here to borrow your ears for a second, we gladly appreciate it. I am your host, Tay Nicole.
And I'm your co-host, Pac Manley.
And together we are
With Your Old Ass Podcast.
Was. I have been your host, Tay Nicole.
I'm your co-host, Pac Manley.
And together we are
With Your Old Ass Podcast.
It's so funny because we've been doing it like the past couple episodes. It's so funny. It is funny. We've been doing that the past few episodes. Like at the end, if y'all make it all the way to the end, we've been literally doing it. Like, well, I've been doing that a lot, and it's his fault because when he did the road credits in one of the episodes, he did it.
Yes,
but
blame it on me.
Well, it's not really your fault because it's one of the intros to the YouTube version. The intro beat that was the original intro beat. So I think it was just stuck in your head from hearing it, and ever since then we both just.
Yeah.
It was a good time. How y'all doing? Happy Friday.
We talking about cowboys.
Howdy. If y'all are real true fans and y'all know my main channel, what did I used to say during the Black History Month? every time I opened up with a Black History video. I'm not going to say it, but we kind of gave you a hint. If you follow that channel. If you don't, then you probably should. And you should be following this one too. Just saying. We own Apple Podcasts. We own
Spotify.
Even though we're supposed to be, I guess, boycotting Spotify. I guess I'm having with Spotify. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that. I seen something about boycott Spotify. I'm like, for what? It's some stuff going on with Spotify that I'm not sure of, but hey, you can still find us there. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, and also on Facebook if you're still on there. Just type in the name, WitChaOlAsxPodcast, and you will find us. Spell it the way you see it on here, and you will find us.
I know Nicki wanted us to boycott Tidal.
Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
I don't even know what Tidal is.
Jay-Z's platform. Streaming platform.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm really a hermit. I be in my little shell. That's why I be telling y'all in the comments to tell me stuff what y'all want to hear about so I can do some research. I don't mind doing no research. I just don't. I be trying to stay out of celebrity business because they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not getting a check like they getting a check. Ain't got nothing to do with me. The hell I care about what they arguing about. Speaking of Nicki, it made me think of Megan Thee Stallion. Have y'all heard Megan Thee Stallion's Lover Girl song? Oh, it's a good jam. And on top of that, speaking of songs, have y'all listened to T-Pain's Club Husband? I love that song. I've become addicted to that song. That, and he got a song with Cash, Young Cash. She got the big ass booty in it. That song slapped too. Then he got one with Snoop Dogg and Kalani. The one with Kalani was like 4 years old, and I'm just now finding out about it. I told you, I be in my little box. He probably sick of hearing the song by now, though. You are?
I didn't say that.
Boy, this is an open, real podcast. You tired of hearing the song?
T-Pain, I'm coming to look for you, sir.
That song is a bop.
No, I'm playing. It's nice, but, you know. After a while.
I won't be playing it for the rest of the day, though. I really won't. Unless it just randomly comes on by accident.
I think she has it as a ringtone. No, I'm playing.
I don't have it as I don't even have a real ringtone. Does anybody even still use real ringtones anymore?
Yeah.
You know what I want to get? So Tony Baker has his own little ringtones. Skibbity pat pat. Cram.
I'm not gonna start with my I don't have.
I need
ringtones.
to get those because you got to pay for them, which is fine. But I need to get them because
I have text message alerts. I guess they're kind of ringtones too, because I got that Star Trek one, then I got the Power Rangers one.
Oh yeah, you do.
And everybody be like, "Is that Kim Possible?" I don't even know.
Oh, that is that one because I used to think it was Kim Possible.
I don't even know what the theme song Kim Possible sounds like.
It's not necessarily a theme song. It's like in the beginning, it's oh yeah, she's your basic average girl, and she's here to save the world, and you can't stop her because she's impossible. Boom.
I'm about to say, all right, we don't want to get copyrighted by Christina Milian.
I can sing it. It's not the actual song. You can sing on here. You just can't play. You can play snippets. So what I learned last night, because I was watching Kev on Stage podcast. Here's the thing with him and Angel, that chick Angel, and I realized that they was playing snippets of the songs and stuff on their podcast. I mean, for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, so can you? I'm confused later. I know I learned with the videos, you gotta be careful with playing the videos and the audio because you can get copyrighted for that. But now I'm like, can you actually technically play the music?
I know, not like us. You can play that anywhere because Kendrick released that for everybody to play it.
Oh no, we just discovered you cannot anymore.
You can't anymore? Oh, I guess it was only during the battle.
Yeah, it was just like a short period of time. I thought I talked to you about that.
No.
Who did I talk to about that?
Wasn't moi.
It was a black male. I just don't know which one of y'all. Well, now that we got y'all warmed up, let's do a quick little check-in and see how everybody's doing. I think, as y'all can tell, we probably both doing just fine. How you doing, Pac?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
He's somewhere in the clouds.
I'm actually not. I'm a little sleepy, a little tired. That's about it.
Oh, I feel you on that.
Yeah, I was up a little late to do some things. Well, late, early, a little bit of both.
What time did you go to bed?
About 9:30.
In the morning?
Yeah.
What the heck was you up so
I,
early, late for?
to let the kids in, I stayed up for that, and I was like, I might as well stay late because the dude was supposed to be, the maintenance man was supposed to be coming, and then when he texted that he had another job to do, that's when I was like, well, I'm going to sleep.
So you literally were up. I thought I was tripping, cause when I passed out the first time I woke up and you went in the room and I seen your TV was still on in here, so then I was like, okay, maybe he fell asleep in there, but I was too tired to get up and check. I knew you was fine because I had also checked the cameras just to make sure nothing like weird had happened while I was asleep. So I was like, oh no, he's fine. So I'm serious. I be concerned for him, y'all. He be acting like he don't understand. I can't go to bed half the time until I know he home, like from work. And if I pass out, he know if I pass out, that means I was extremely tired. That's the only way I'm passing out until he gets home. But and then I woke up again. It was like 6 something in the morning, and I looked up, but your TV was doing that. So I was like, okay, he either fell asleep or he just left his TV on and he come back in the room. Went back to sleep. I wake up seeing Kaya bringing Lonnie in, and I'm like, is this man still up?
Yeah, so I was playing the game, and I looked at the clock. I was like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. There's no point in me going to sleep for 2 hours to
Have
open
to
the
get back
door.
up. That's true.
And then that was at 7:30, and I was like, it's no use in me going to sleep for 2 hours again to
get back up and let the maintenance man.
So I was like, I'm off today anyway, so I might as well just stay up.
Stay up.
And then I woke up. I set my alarm clock because I forgot what time you had to do your thing yet today.
Oh yeah.
So that's what, like, if I would have knew the actual time, I could have stayed a little bit, sleep a little bit more. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm used to it.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing okay too.
Oh,
Surprisingly.
how are you doing today? I'm sorry.
I'm doing all right. How's your week been going?
Been going cool. Been going good.
Yeah, I would still say I'm riding off the high from I think it was this past episode I talked about um how I've found my groove. So basically, I can't say the name of the film, but however, got to spend a whole day like literally from like 11:50, 12. I'm saying noon, from like noon to literally 10:30 at night, 10:20, somewhere around there, 10 o'clock at night. I was on a set, and it's crazy because one of the sets was my old high school. The other one was this real like studio place that you can rent out to like shoot films and stuff in, and spending all that time there. I don't know if I'm still riding. I'm probably still riding the wave and the high for that because I feel great still. And like it really gave me an insight on to learning what part of the filming world I want to be in. And I now know I either want to be the producer or the director. Like I really, because like I see now that the producer and the director are two of the main people that help bring a creator's vision to life. I'm a creator myself. I write. However, when I'm writing with a vision of my story playing out of my head. Like I can see it as I'm writing it. And one thing I learned is that a director can see as they read or as they write. So the fact that I can, and I never really, I always ask me, what part of filming do you want to be in? What part? And I never could give my answer because I'm like, I don't really know. I like it all. I like the acting part, the writing part, but really getting the chance to sit on that set, I was like, damn, you could be a director.
I just want to be a key grip. I don't even know what that means.
Key grip? Oh, I learned. Do you know what it means?
No, I really don't.
So a key grip is one of the key members to the grip team. So the grip team is the people who build your camera studio, basically. So like the rods that the cameras sit on, the trailers that they ride on to film, that the key grip team does that. They create that for you.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to be the assistant to the assistant to the assistant.
So he want to be a coffee boy. He want to be the coffee boy, the snack bar keep, the crafts table keep.
I can do crafts, the crafts, you know.
And craft is nothing but a fancy word for the snack table. Learn that too.
Everybody be eating Cheez-Its.
Yeah, you'll get fired immediately. But anyway, yeah, week's been going great. Still been riding off that wave. I can't wait to get my next opportunity. The only sad part is I work Monday through Friday. So I really am only available at night and then on the weekends. But I'm definitely, any opportunity I get, gone. Pew. What about you? Anything else new in the world of Pac?
No, not really. You know, I live a simple life. I'm just a simple man.
Just a simple man. Yeah, that was a good time. It was a good time. Well, that's the check-in. I don't think we really have much to check in on today, do we?
No.
Did you have anything you wanted to ask me or anything you wanted to say in general?
No.
Any advice you want to give the world?
I just had a brain fart.
He cracks me up.
Make sure you're getting your sleep.
That's why he had a brain fart, because he needs more sleep.
Make sure you get your sleep. Make sure you get your, what is it, supposed to be 8 hours?
Technically, the human body can run off of 4 to 6 hours of sleep.
And I'm running off of 3. I'm playing.
So you really, but he is right. Try to get at least a full 8 hours of sleep, because then you'll be at full capacity of battery charge.
And always drink your water.
That too. My advice to everyone is not going to be anything about driving towards your career. It's actually going to be, make sure you guys are going to go to the doctor and get your vitals checked, get your body checked, go to the dentist, get your teeth checked, because dental health is next to what? Physical health. So please make sure you're going to get your, especially if you got a job that pays for your health care, take your goofy tail, because you paying all this money. You paying all this coin. And then you're not using your health insurance? Psh, you're tweaking. You better go get checked out. Especially if you have the melanated family. Please go get checked out. Because you never know. And getting your blood work done, they're not trying to clone you. Let them check your blood work. That's how they can check and see if your liver, your kidney function, and everything is still moving like it's supposed to. Make sure that they can catch early detections of anything. Take your butt to the doctor. I'm talking to you, black man. Just saying. And if you over the age of 40, please go get your colon checked. Don't make me have to say it again. I will be putting BTA if I find out. If somebody in this comment tag and say such and such name, I'm putting BTA. BTA.
I really had to sit back and think of what that was.
Yeah, BTA. Belt that ass. Well, that was a check-in. So, y'all know how we do. We're going to take a quick little intermission. So, quick little intermission for y'all. How y'all doing?
I'm sorry. The voice threw me off.
I'm pretty sure it did. So, how y'all doing? As y'all can tell, we loosened up a little bit. It's been a little rough 4 episodes. So, or 5. I forget what number we on. I think it's number 6. I don't know. But it's been a little rough trying to find our footing and get comfortable and just kind of learning, you know, what's going to work in this YouTube world for us. You know, I'm goofy. He goofy. But we also are real people with real life issues, real life problems. Some of it y'all ain't going to find out about because ain't none of your goddamn business. But while you are here, we do want to thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, sharing, and all the good things you do. You can find us on Facebook at WitChaOlAsxPodcast. You can find us on Instagram at WitChaOlAsxPodcast, Apple Podcasting, and also Spotify. If you find one, you more than likely will find them all. If you would like to follow us individually, you can find me at TheRealTaylor.Nicole, and you can find him at
Pac Manly. Oh, that's Facebook. I'm sorry. Instagram is Pac_Sinatra.
And if you want to follow us, I mean, I'm be honest with you. That's gonna be another topic of this topic we're gonna talk about is social media stuff, because honestly, we be on social media, but we don't be on social media, if that makes sense. So like when we do see each other stuff, it's literally late.
It
it's
really
it's
is.
literally late. But we are trying to do better on our social media presence, and which is why we have the separate channels for the podcast. Because if you follow my main Instagram, you'll see what I mean. It's just random over there. Also, new news. The podcast also has a TikTok account now. So if you want to find us there, quick chats there, boom, find us there. But in the meantime, in between time, me as your host, Tay Nicole, I would love to thank you guys for tuning in with us week after week like you guys do. I highly appreciate it. We're going to keep getting a little bit more looser. We might change
Not
up
too loose though.
Yeah, not too loose. Wait a minute now.
Pause.
Big pause. And then we might also change up the studio look a little bit. You never know. But just stick with us and keep watching us because we are going places, baby. Pac, anything that you want to give them?
Thumbs up to all the people that follow us and are commenting on videos and posts and stuff.
And keeping it respectful, too.
Yes.
We appreciate that. Thank y'all wholeheartedly. Well, now that we've got that out of the way, thanks for all the pleasantries. Let's get into the real nitty gritty of the show. Let's take a ride. Boom, 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 boom. We taking a ride in the Cadillac with the seats back, talking crazy on that nick and knack, patty whack cat. I ain't even make sense in what I said, but I don't give a damn. My freestyle, my flow be going. I said flow. I'm gonna say flow. God dang it. Okay, I'm not a rapper, and that's why. I can write something though.
I'm sorry, that discussion from last night popped back in my head.
What?
No, so you can be a ghostwriter for Drake.
Oh, I really could. What was I saying last night?
I don't even
I was so
remember.
delirious. I don't remember what I was saying. Dang. I forgot. But as y'all know, we got a nice little segment after we give y'all our thanks, y'all flowers, if you will. Anything that you want to discuss before we jump into that, though?
I do not.
No? Well, what segment are we going to, Pac?
We're going to topic of discussion.
Ooh, we're going to topic of discussion, baby. And today's topic of discussion.
Sorry, I'm trying. I'm hard as not to laugh because I know it's going to automatically make you laugh.
How we doing? I am random, and this is just me. This is 100% really me, right or wrong.
Yeah.
So the last couple episodes, I was kind of nervous about being like fully me at first because I was like, I don't know how YouTube be playing, and I don't got time for them to be like, what she just say? Bam! Because my mouth can get a little out of control. So if you hear a bunch of bleeping, it's because I said something that probably shouldn't have been said. Any goddamn way.
With that said,
topic of discussion. I almost forgot. So, topic of discussion today, we are talking about dang, I forgot.
Accountability and being responsible for your actions.
Yes, accountability and being responsible for your actions. Yes. So, in good old fashion, I like good old fashion. In good old fashion, I like to ask questions. So, I have a really good question for you, Mr. Pac.
Mm-hmm.
What is accountability?
It's when you take your money to this man that sits at a desk. I'm sorry, that's accountant. No, I'm playing.
I can't stand this dude.
I can't really like.
What does it mean to you?
Accountability means to me is, I guess, what it says, being, owning up to whatever you did, or, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Owning up to, whatever you've done, and, like, Kanan said, they say he did it. He did it. Sorry.
Accountability to me is the same. just accounting for your actions, being aware of your actions, and also just being able to hold yourself to that degree. Like, yeah, that was me. I did that. Or I probably shouldn't have done that, and I did do it because of X, Y, and Z, and I know it was right or I know it was wrong, whichever one. But accountable is just being present in the action that you have taken. What is responsibility, though? Responsibility for your actions. What is that?
I'm glad you added that because I was about to go left.
Yeah, you was about to, and I peeped it at the
You saw
perfume.
that little glitter,
Yeah,
that little
yeah,
glimmer.
yeah. I was like, let me clarify.
Oh,
Responsibility for one's actions. What does that mean to you?
I'm trying not to say the same thing, but they kind of go hand in
They
hand
do.
with each
That's
other.
why I asked him separate, because I was hoping that he would have been like, well, accountability and responsibility for one's actions go hand in hand.
Right, like, because I was trying not to say.
You can.
No, like when you asked about accountability, I was trying not to say
Responsibility.
being responsible for your actions.
That's fine. That's fine. That's so basically, you feel like they're there.
Yeah, they
Because
go
they
hand
are.
in hand.
They really are. So here's a thing though. If you refuse to take accountability and responsibility for your actions, let's say, for example, in the medical field, because that's a big place that people don't like to hold accountability and be responsible for their actions at. Let's say in the medical field, a doctor gives a job to a nurse to do. Said nurse don't want to do said job, so she tries to pass the buck off to somebody else who don't know what they're doing, does said job, said patient gets even sicker or the inevitable. Who is accountable and responsible for that action that was taken?
The nurse.
Why is it the nurse?
Because that's pretty much your job is to, if the doctor asks you to do something, you have to do it. You shouldn't be passing it off to somebody else who was less qualified to do it.
So why is the doctor not held accountable for his actions? Because even though he passed the job off to the nurse, isn't it still his job to make sure and follow up that nurse actually completed her task?
Yeah. But he delegated.
He did delegate. But at some point, where does delegation stop at making sure that your delegated job was completed correctly by the correct person?
I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV.
I'm crying. Okay, let's try. Okay, parenting.
Not a parent. I just play one on TV.
This man here. Can't use an example with him at all because he's just gonna find a way to say something silly. I'm trying to think of.
No, you can go ahead and use the parenting.
Okay, so we don't have kids, neither one of us, right? But we do watch my niece and nephews from time to time, right? I'm weak. With watching kids, the adults are the responsible ones, right? So I always wanted to ask this question because the more I sat back and thought about it, I kind of started to feel like that sometimes some of the things that my younger niece does is kind of my fault. And this is where taking accountability and responsibility for my actions come into play. For example, my niece then broke his Pac-Man piggy bank. She lost a Malcolm X stamp that was in his book that his father gave. And that's really what made me start realizing that I really need to hold myself more accountable for watching her and not putting it on my niece as much. Even though my niece is 15 and is very capable of watching her sister, I'm starting to notice this accountability and responsibility pattern problem where I expect too much of a 15-year-old because I feel like she's in this space, so she should be able to watch her while she's in this space with her. Instead of realizing this, sometimes I have to put what I want to do to the side and actually monitor the baby. Not saying I have to watch her 100% all the time, because sometimes I should be able to get a break and her sister step in and watch her for an hour or two. I should be able to get that. But the more I started thinking about it, like I said, when that stamp got lost, I really was like, this no longer is on the kids. This is starting to become a me problem. Because if I accept to watch these kids, I need to be accountable because I'm accountable for what all of them do. Not just the itty bitty one, but all of them. And I really had to sit back and go, okay, this is no longer on the kids. Now, some stuff be on these kids, like the juice stain on my couch that I gotta get out. That's on them because I've already set ground rules and foundations for what
And
they
you
should.
even took the cup off the couch that night, but it's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I mean, I set ground rules. But in your opinion, and this is where I want you to be honest at what point did you go, Tay needs to be more responsible for what Lonnie's doing?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, maybe it's just me to feel like I need to be more responsible then.
Okay, so.
So do you think at any point, like in the parenting world, whether it's being an aunt and uncle or being actual parents, like do you think at some point parents lack accountability, and by the time they accept accountability for the child's actions or things that the kids have done, no matter the age, do you think it sometimes it be too late?
Sometimes.
At what point do you think another person should stop being held accountable for somebody else's actions? Because you can be held for another person's actions to a degree. Or can you?
You can, but that's also a tricky one, especially with parents. Because
even if it's not parents, you could. I mean,
I'm just using the parent,
yeah,
scenario because some people would say, you're accountable for your kids until they're 18, right?
Mm-hmm. I disagree, but
I disagree as well because some people, some kids mature faster than other kids and have, they're more responsible and capable to do things that, heck, a 16-year-old is maybe more responsible to do things than a 25-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So, and once that person becomes 18, it's some parents is like, hey, I'm done. I'm not a parent no more. Or I'm not gonna say not a parent no more, but I'm not responsible for what you do. What's on you? You can go to you can go to prison now. So.
Why is it so hard for people to accept accountability for their and responsibility for their own actions? Why is it so hard for people to do that?
Because some people just don't give a damn.
So it's not hard for them to do it. They just don't give a damn.
Yeah.
But why is it hard for some people?
Why is it hard for some people?
Mm-hmm.
Some people just don't like to face up and face the music. They don't want to. Let's see what. Feel bad about something or, feel. It's. I don't know. I can't really.
I be stumping him sometimes with my questions.
Sometimes. I can't really verbalize it, but
I feel like some people are afraid to accept accountability and show responsibility for their actions because that admits fault, that admits inability to be this pure person. Some people see accepting accountability and responsibility for their actions as now I'm a bad person. Instead of accepting it as, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe in the term I made a mistake because I feel like a mistake is something you could do on a piece of paper. I feel like in life you make life lessons that you should learn from because lessons are to be learned from. Mistakes can be the same thing, don't get me wrong. I just don't like using the term I made a mistake unless I'm talking about like, I made a mistake in cooking or I made a mistake on writing. But when I say about my life, I don't want to say I made a mistake because it almost makes me feel like I'm saying I made regrets. But instead, if I say I made lessons in my life, I feel like it helps me understand that I'm learning something. Like what I did was a lesson. Like, now there's some things in my life I do regret. I'm not sitting here saying like I have things I don't regret in my life because there are a few. But it is what it is. It's a life lesson. I learned from it. Won't be doing it again. Or if I do, I'll do it in a different manner type thing. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, I've accepted my responsibility and the actions that I've taken. And even though I might still be mad, but other people don't want to do it because Or if I accepted it, it's admitting guilt, it's admitting fault, it's showing flaws in my character. Nothing wrong with that. The hell is wrong with showing flaws in your character?
Yeah, some people think they're perfect.
And that's the problem. And I think that's why some people don't want to accept accountability and responsibility for their actions, because they think they're some type of perfect person. And usually the only time people don't want to accept accountability is when it's something jacked up that was done. Because let it have been something good. Oh yeah, I did that. They want all the praise for the good stuff. They don't want to take the L for the bad stuff because they want to be this good, wholesome person. I did everything right.
I
No,
did.
you didn't. I know you didn't.
Can we say shade much? No, I'm playing.
Palm tree. Anyway. But yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like that's why people won't accept accountability or responsibility. Any question? You had a question?
I did, but you kind of went into it with your.
Oh, I answered it.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Nah, I totally forgot it now.
Oh.
But it was. I had it like on the tip of my tongue. Then as you got to speaking, I was like, oh,
I answered it.
That's my question right there.
You don't have another question?
So at what point do you feel people should or should not take accountability?
Good question. So at what point should they or should they not accept accountability, basically?
Yeah. Is there a time when somebody should not accept? Like, is it a...
Only if you're not really accountable for it. If you're accountable for something, accept it. It is what it is. Now, in a way, even if you are accountable for something, if someone doesn't directly ask you about your accountability or your responsibility for the action, I'm not saying you need to fess up. But if you hear them discussing a situation and you're part of that problem or you're part of that scenario, no matter how good or how bad it is, you should probably say something.
All right, I did it. I took the Snickers in 5th grade. Jeez, just gonna just keep.
And I took the Rice Krispie treats out the cabinet when I was a kid, but but you know the crazy thing is, this is how good I've gotten at accepting actions and accountability. So I started telling my parents about all the stuff I used to do as a kid because I felt so guilty. Because my niece and nephews made me feel guilty because the stuff they put us through. It made me feel guilty thinking about, and I didn't do much as a kid. Like, I really was a good kid. If you ask my mom, I was a really good kid. I was a nerd. Still a kind of little bit of a nerd. But I really tried my best to stay out of trouble. My only downfall was I loved her Coca-Cola, her Sprite, and them dang on Rice Krispie treats. They knew I loved Snickers, so I wouldn't touch those. Oh, I wouldn't play with that because they knew I loved them. So I just wouldn't even touch them because that was too much of a risk to get me caught. But boy.
And I'm about to make you feel guilty again.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could tell my mom some of the stuff I did. I could, but just to generally see.
You can tell my mom.
It's not the same.
It's not.
It's not, because my mom, like you said, your parents know some of the things that you did.
No, they know everything.
And just for you to fess up and, like I said, to see the reaction, like, yeah, mother, I knew you did it. I was just waiting for you to fess up. I knew you broke my lamp back in 93.
Oh.
But hey, there's a lot of stuff like that.
The Jewish, yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry. The original question was, and the only time, I think I already answered it, but maybe I didn't. Oh, I did. Okay.
Did.
But what about you? How do you feel when it comes to accepting accountability? And
basically the same way, because like kind of like how you saying, like with the doctor and nurses.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that, because I was gonna say, doctor goes to sees patients, all throughout the hospital, and nurse,
you might not make it back in time.
Yeah, you might not make it back in time, but with nurses, I work at a hospital.
I used to.
The patient is on your floor,
mm-hmm.
and in your unit, so you are, if a doctor asks you to do something, You know, that doctor probably has to go to another floor, another unit, and they're probably
So do your job.
Seeing all type of different patients, and like she said, how come the doctor didn't go back and make sure that nurse did their job? Well, that means he'd have to go back to every nurse he had to go tell to do
people
something.
life on the line.
It,
Do your
it,
job.
it is, but also, nurse.
But if they do their job, then when he come back around, it'll already be done. And guess what? He can skip on to the next little hoochie.
Why you gotta be hoochies? There's male nurses.
He could be a hoochie too. Now, here's a good question for you. At what point, you as a person, you know somebody should be held accountable for their actions, aka a friend, a parent, anyone. At what point do you hold them accountable for their actions?
I ain't no snitch. No, I'm playing. I was joking.
I know.
I don't know. It's a good question. I guess every situation varies. Because with the parent part, it's like,
should a child hold their parent accountable while they're a child? Like if they, for example, you're 14 years old, you notice that your mom or dad is doing something that is not conducive to your well-being.
Yeah, I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus.
That's crazy. But you notice they're doing something that's not conducive. Even if you don't understand the scenario, what's necessarily going on, at some point, should you hold your parents accountable by letting them know that the actions that they're taking is not really conducive to the family, and then it's kind of hindering you or making you feel some type of way? Or do you wait till you become an adult? Because I feel like some people wait too late to hold a person accountable for something to the point where it's already caused trauma. As y'all, if y'all seen our previous episode not too long ago, I said I don't think I have any, what's it called? Family curses or whatever they call it. Generational curses, because I do have childhood trauma, but it's not because of necessarily stuff my mama's done. It's just from life. Like every kid has childhood trauma. If you sit here and tell me you don't have any childhood trauma, you're capping. Because we all have some type of childhood trauma, and it's not always from our parents, but it's from the stuff around us.
Right.
But I feel like now, knowing what I know now versus what I knew back then, some of the stuff some of the stuff that was bothering me, I wish I would have just told my mom. So at some point, I didn't hold anybody accountable, not even myself, because I lost a sibling at a very young age. And I didn't hold anybody in that family accountable for not checking on each other's emotional standpoint, their mental standpoint, and none of that. Like none of us held each other accountable. And that's why I say as a kid, you should, I feel like now that I know now, I would make sure that my kids know to hold me accountable. My nieces and nephews, I'm going to make sure they learn to hold their mother, stepdad, myself, and anybody accountable. They're doing good.
Me out. No, I'm playing.
I'm weak. But
no, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you
off. No, go ahead.
There was I'm not going to put the situation out there, but I did try to get my mom to hold herself accountable for something, and it caused a huge fight between us. I think I was like 14, 15.
But you tried.
Yeah, I tried, and we got over it and whatnot,
But that's the good thing, you tried, though. And I think that that's the problem with accountability and responsibility actions, is that people don't even attempt to hold people accountable. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Don't be around me if you can't hold me accountable for something I did. Even if you think it's going to make me more mad, eventually, and he can attest to this, eventually when I calm down, I'll rethink about the situation. And I might not say nothing right then and there, but why you do that?
I'm just playing. Because I just be making faces.
You do. But eventually, yeah. If I feel like I was wrong, I'm gonna come and hold myself accountable. But ultimately, I'll be telling people, hold me accountable. Like my best friends, I'll tell them, if I say something to offend you, or if I do something that you feel like I need to be held accountable for, come clock your girl T. Cause I ain't gonna never know if y'all don't say nothing. I'm gonna just think what I did was okay. And that's the thing. When other people aren't holding you accountable, you're going to think what you did is okay. Because a lot of times you might not see nothing wrong with what you did. But there are normal things that you should know you shouldn't be doing. Just saying. Any other questions?
No.
I think for topic of discussion, we might be at a conclusion.
Yeah.
I think so. So, y'all know the fun part of the segment? Difference of opinion. And honestly, we don't have a difference of opinion this time.
I think we already kind of established all that.
But in true fashion of the show, we do still need to do a difference of opinion, which is basically where we spend at least 3 to 5 minutes giving our final thoughts and differences of what we think accountability and responsibility of one's actions is, and maybe things that we didn't share during the topic of discussion. Would you like me to go first, Pac?
Sure.
Because I think he went first the last 2 times, I think. So, in difference of opinion, I don't have a watch on. 7:40. So, for me, I think the biggest problem I have with accountability and responsibility is it's such a gray area when dealing with it. Because morally, you can feel like you need to be Superman or Superwoman. Clark Kent and Lois Jane, whatever her name is.
Lois Lane wasn't even Superwoman though, or
Oh wait,
Supergirl.
it sure wasn't. Who was Supergirl?
His cousin, Kara L.
That hoe. Anyway, but I kind of lost what I was talking about. See, that's why I need to stop going derailing, because I derail and forget what I'm talking about. But what was I talking about?
Difference of opinion.
Yeah, but what part of it was I on?
I don't.
Oh,
know.
but a person being Superwoman, Superman of it. I can get morally where a person would like feel like, ooh, I want to say something, but I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want to cause no rift. And that's the problem I have with people when it comes to accountability and responsibility. They're too busy worried about causing a rift or looking like the bad guy, looking like the bad girl, or looking just like a incompetent person, or looking like a heartless person. When sometimes not taking accountability or responsibility for your actions actually makes you look more like an asshole and a heartless person than just accepting it. Because most people in this world are capable of accepting the fact that you knew you were wrong or right in something. Not everybody, but there are people out here who can. And I feel like when holding yourself accountable, let me put it this way, you can't hold the next motherfucker accountable if you can't hold yourself accountable. Point blank in the period. If you can't hold yourself accountable, don't try to hold somebody else accountable. Go work on your bullshit first before you try to check somebody else on theirs. Let's put it that way. Because you can't check accountability without matching accountability. That was a bar. That was a bar. But it's true though. Like, that's why I've been working on myself and making sure that I start holding myself accountable, even if it means me trying to make sure I go to the gym at least 2 days out the week. Trying to eat as good as I can, trying not to eat as much fast food or junk food, because I really never was really that person. I don't know what happened all of a sudden where I started eating fast food a lot. But just holding myself accountable in life itself and not blaming the next person because my life ain't turned out the way I thought it should, or I'm just now picking up the pieces of the puzzle of my life. Because like I can try to hold other people accountable for the fact that I'm not where I really want to be in life. But honestly, that was my fault. I left myself in misery because I was putting everybody else first. And that's part of accountability, is learning to stop putting everybody else before you and put you first so you can uplift the next person. I'm just saying. The older you get, the more you learn, and the more you start understanding that you are accountable for you. You can't be accountable for nobody else first. And you really still can't be accountable for the next person. You have to always be accountable for you, but make sure that you do hold that same degree to the next person. If you can't hold somebody accountable and you can't hold yourself accountable, then y'all the problem. Y'all the problem. That's why Donald Trump running around here with the toupee flip-flopping all over the place, why he orange and everything else, because y'all not holding that man accountable for going to that spray tanning place and getting spray tan all the time. Now the nigga orange. And now look what happened. Because nobody want to hold that nigga accountable. He an orange.
Well, this is our last show. We're going to get canceled.
I'm just saying. Damon Dash. Y'all run around here letting him put dentures in his mouth. There's a gold grill with diamonds in it, and it's falling out his mouth on live, and nobody says anything. Y'all just let people run around here free will. No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
Wow.
I'm just joking. No, but you know who else need to be held accountable? And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you jump on to yours. 50 Cent. Y'all need to hold 50 Cent accountable for his actions on Instagram. That man is wilding. Some of it be funny though. But y'all hold 50 Cent accountable. 50 Cent. If you need a director, I'm here. All right, I'm done. That's my difference of opinion.
Now I gotta follow that with,
my bad.
You know, yeah. That's just, I should hold her accountable for going off like that and knowing that I have to speak too. Because now, I just feel like everything that I wanted to say was already said. But it's true, that is a true statement. You can't hold nobody accountable if you can't hold yourself accountable. You can't say, hey, you did this, but you did that. And you know what I'm saying? So always take responsibility and accountability for your actions. You're the only one that can hold accountability and responsibility for your actions. Now, if you're a parent and you have young kids, yeah, you can kind of, their life is in your hands, so you are responsible and accountable for their actions, because some of the things they might have learned might have came from you, but it's that's a slippery slope. All at the same time. I'm not gonna say like little Timmy went out and did this and did that, and it's all the parents' fault. It's not. But hey, what's some of the things that little Timmy is learning at home? But I I really am just brain farting.
You tapped out?
Yeah, a little bit, but I don't want to cheat the people.
You know the rule. If you ain't got it, you ain't got to keep it.
So always take responsibility and accountability for yourself first before you try to hold somebody else for accountability and responsibility.
Was you done?
Yes.
Oh, final thought. Because we do have a little small segment in the show called Final Thought, aka the closing. He brought up something that I didn't even think about. My difference of opinion was the whole parents being accountable for the kids. I'm gonna just say this, okay? As a parent, you stop becoming accountable for them grown ass kids' actions by the time they 11 or 12. And the reason why I say that is because from newborn till about 10 years old, their brain is still in the development stage of where they're still learning right from wrong, and also still understanding why they can and can't do certain things, or why they should or shouldn't do certain things, but also having what's the word I'm looking for? The common sense and common courtesy to try to be a good person, right? By the time they're 11 or 12, they start going through puberty, which is the next stage of life where you kind of have to develop them and bring them up. However, by that time, you should have already taught them the key foundations to being a good human being. You should have taught them right from wrong. You should have taught them certain things and been able to answer certain questions that your kids have. Me and my niece and nephews have an open door policy. They can ask me anything they want to, because I'm going to keep it real with them. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to keep it buck with them. But I also teach them right from wrong. I also teach them how far to go. So after a certain point, when they're about 12 or 13 years old, you're not accountable for shit else that they do. If they go to school and act a fool, the school is going to hold you accountable, yes, because you are a parent, and that's their job to hold you accountable. But however, you are not necessarily responsible or accountable for the shit they went to school they did unless you didn't raise them right. Because when your kid comes home, if they know that they was raised right, you know what they're going to do? They're going to hold their head down because they know that they was wrong. But if you ain't raised your kids right, then yeah, hell, for you accountable. You are very much accountable. But I feel like after they hit a certain age, you're not 100% accountable for everything that they do. You're just not, because it's almost virtually impossible for you to be. You're not at school with them, so you expect them to go to school and do the right thing because you taught them the right thing. At least I would hope so. So when they go to school and do the wrong thing, as a parent, y'all do feel bad because y'all instantly go, "I didn't raise you that way. You supposed to be blah, 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 blah."
But I learned it from you, Dad.
That's hilarious. In some cases, kids be saying that though,
Yeah.
and it do be true. But in the cases, if you know you're a good parent, and I'm talking to the good parents, and you know you're training your child up and raising your child up to be the right person, and they still make a bad decision, please stop assuming that it's your fault and that you beat yourself up and holding accountability for the action that your child chose to take. The best thing to do is to try to redirect them. And some kids are just lost. Some kids are, and I hate to say it because I've seen great parents raise their kids and their kids still turn out to be lost. Sometimes it's just something in the sauce. It's just something in the damn sauce.
Yeah, they just get corrupted by the world.
Something in the sauce. And sometimes, I hate to say it, but some of y'all got them kids that are followers, baby, and not leaders. Because some of them don't see a leader in you. Just saying. That was another bar. Let me mind my business. Listen here. We do appreciate you guys for sticking around and listening to us yapping y'all ears for probably about an hour or so. I do want to send out my thanks to everyone for tuning in and watching us and letting us borrow your ears as we have for as long as we have. Before I close out the show, Pac, do you have any other final thoughts? Anything else you want to say to the people?
No, I don't. Without being goofy, no, I don't.
That's how we are. Well, like I said,
do you have anything you want to say? Final.
I did. I gave my final thoughts. I gave my final thoughts.
Jerry don't have no final thoughts today, y'all.
Well, since no more final thoughts to be had, we do want to thank y'all for tuning in and listening and allowing us once again to borrow ears for as long as we have. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something, grew something, gained something, thought of something. Drop it in the comments if you have thought of something. Also, let us know what's the next topic you want to hear us talk about.
Wasn't this topic from a viewer?
Yes, it was. Thank you for reminding me. This topic was actually given to us from
Emmett. What up, Emmett? You know who you is, homie.
Yeah, on our Facebook page, where you can also weekly we will drop questions asking you what kind of topics you want us to talk about. If you missed it, we did have a live that we did on Facebook last week. So, if you want to tell us what you want to talk about, if you want to join the Facebook family, go ahead and join the Facebook family where we over there chatting it up consistently. Whereas over here, of course, you get a weekly episode and a few shorts here and there. But yeah, drop it in the comment section or jump on the Facebook train and hop on that rodeo.
Back to the cowboy thing we go.
I don't know. But until next time, I have been your host, Tay Nicole.
Your co-host, Pac Manley.
And together we are
With your old ass podcast. Roll credits. Can you do that in like post-production?
What?
Have like credits going up or something?
Yeah, I can. Oh. I know how to create the credits.
It ain't gonna be
That'll be some funny. If I put the credits
your name, co-host, my name. Special thanks to myself, me, I.
You know what? That is something that now that you bring it up, that is something that probably would be smart to do.
I know, because every time I say roll credits.
And then we can give a shout out to the person who asked the question. Like, for example, at the end of it, topic of discussion was requested by. That would be a good idea, actually.
Yeah, it's just an idea.
It is.
Work in progress. All right.
I wonder how long we've been shooting for.
Too long. I got to call my agent because This is not what I signed up for.
Man, give me your mic. He over here talking about what he ain't signed up for and whatnot.
See how she just
He getting kicked out.
manhandled
He
me?
just getting kicked out the studio. That's all.
Dang.
Oh, I'm in the wrong part of the shirt.
She just wanted to be down my shirt.
If I want to be down your shirt, I can just go down your shirt. Pause.
So now, do you want to take these pictures?